What's up, everybody? It's Pete, and this is game 19 in my Risk Global Domination Rank Up series. I'm currently rated 13 and 5, I think, and an expert rank in the 43,000s. Okay, we are playing a game with all human opponents. Excellent. And I am first to act. So what I'm going to do at some point is I'm going to miss a take. And that might be this turn because I'm going to attack out from my units in Australia right away. So let's see if I get any value out of that 3, because I don't want it sitting there any longer. Okay, so I get my take, and I am going to sit in Asia. Hopefully I don't lose any territories. The only territories I am happy to lose right now are the ones in Australia. I want to see where everyone else goes, and then I'll decide where to commit more men to, but I have a fairly strong presence in Asia. Second to act is an expert being very aggressive on Australia. He wins more games than he loses. Wow. Alright, everybody watch out for Del the Hairy. After that we have a beginner. 11 wins to 95 losses. Then we have another beginner, very new, played 4 games. Tough to say what they're up to. After that we have an intermediate who wins about a fifth of their games. And a beginner. Okay, so who's won both of the last games he's played. Wow, okay. So this guy could be pretty good too. Awesome. I'm going to be paying attention to purple. Let's see if green breaks that Australia or not. Green moves right to 4 to 5. That might have been a misclick, but they give up their first turn, essentially. Alright, so we sort of need to now be in a position to whittle away purple elsewhere, trying to encourage them to expand out of Australia as opposed to just holding it as a resource-generating region and then having a striking position elsewhere. I'm not really in a great position to pay that idea off. I think what I'm going to do on my next turn is I'm going to reinforce here, attack Central Europe, and then move back to the Urals. I also probably should put 1 unit over here just to maintain my exclave in North America, and then gradually consolidate in Asia. Okay. Put 1 unit here, make that 3 less appealing, get my take in Europe, and retreat back to Asia. I'm fine with that turn. On my 5th turn, unless there's a situation that calls for it earlier, I'm going to not take a territory, so I'm not forced to match first on the 6th turn. I want to be last to match, if at all possible. Alright, purple is striking. Purple is striking out in Asia. They reinforced all their territories in Australia, though, so in the rest of the board they are fairly weak. I would like to see them confined to Australia if possible. They're already pulling ahead in the chip stack, 27 units. Red moves into South America and consolidates in Asia. Green builds up on the border of Australia, providing a nice barrier from anyone else getting in. And leaves. Okay. I don't think green knows what they're doing. Green's play does not appear to have any logical sense, so I'm guessing they're just quite new at the game. Yellow expands into Madagascar, okay. Looking to take Africa. I'm going to continue putting a unit over here for the next couple of turns. Oh, they're going for Africa. Hey, look at that. And 6 on 4. Got lucky. Move the 4 here. Have a potentially defensible Africa. Let's see if they hold it. It's rare to see defensible Africa. Blue is not looking so good. They only have 2 territories left. 17 troops is okay, but they are the fish. Okay, moving into Asia. I still have an easy take here, and it connects my armies, so I'm going to put all of my armies there. And I'm going to let Purple feel really confident to expand out of Australia. Yep, this is exactly where I want to be. So I will start developing this territory as my second center of gravity, and then I have 2, and I will end up with 2 fairly large armies on the 6th turn, separated from each other, which is exactly where I want to be at that stage of the game, to decide where to put my troops, where to put my match, and then who to kill at the right time. Purple has been gifted a great start. Expand out of Australia, expand out of Ukraine. If I was blue, I'd be a little worried. On my next turn, I'm going to put all 3 of my troops in Northwest Territory, and then I'm going to attack Ukraine, and I'm going to consolidate. So then I will be left with 2 mostly equal armies in the Northern Hemisphere, separated from each other, with some chaff in Asia that will slowly get picked off. Red is thinking. Do they break Africa? Doesn't look like it. Well, yellow gets lucky. Yellow gets to hold Africa, it looks like. That 3 extra troops will put them ahead of in the chip stack, even above purple. It's always an interesting game when you're playing against all human opponents. Trying to figure out what everyone's going to do and where they're each at in terms of what they're thinking and how they're going to behave. Green continues to play randomly and haphazardly, but that might actually do well for them because they're not in a position necessarily to win the game, but they're also not in a position to lose first. Yellow looking real confident in Africa now. Tuh! Okay. I mean, if red wasn't going to break you earlier, they're not going to break you now. Blue's looking about the same way I am. 2 territories spread out, or 2 centers of gravity spread out about as far away from each other as they can be. Okay. So, I am in a very comfortable position. This is exactly where I want to be. I'm going to put 2 troops in Northwest Territories next turn, 1 troop in Ukraine, and I'm not going to make an attack. And that way, I will be at the end of the matching sequence. If I get a take next turn, I'm holding 5 cards, and then I will be forced to match on turn 6. I don't want to match first on turn 6. I want to match on turn 7. But I will be at the end of the matching sequence in that way. It's essentially putting myself from 1st position to 6th position in the turn order. Red gets a couple takes in North America. I do have a match. Blue Blue continues punch, punch, punch. Or green, rather. Okay, yellow holds Africa again. Do they get aggressive? They'd probably take out Mideast, is my guess. What I would do is I put it up there and then move the Madagascar in, and then you're holding still on 3 fronts. And blue needs to pull ahead. Otherwise, they are likely the fish. Yep. And then put the Madagascar in. No. Retreat. Okay. What does blue do? So blue is moving to a 1 center of gravity system. This is risky. Pun intended. Okay, 2 11-point armies. And I hold at that. Does purple get a take? Yep. Purple will maybe attack Siam at this point. I think I want to remove this piece of purple if I had anything to say about it. That way, wherever they put their cards, they can't really... Well, I guess they have Japan, but that's a big wall to punch through. Red is going to consolidate. No, red is going to take South America. Okay. That is less good. Because yellow, I'm sure, will see that they can break that. And yellow really only has one way to go, too. So I think that was a doubly bad move. Green takes Western Europe. Yep. Yellow reinforces all its troops there and breaks red. Did red match? Giving up your first match for board position is a big no-no. Okay, yellow doesn't break the continent. Sure. Blue gets an easy take in North America. Yeah, I'm going to do something unexpected, and I'm going to remove Purple's exclave from North America. And now I have 5 cards, so I'm at the end of the matching sequence. And here we go. The big match turn. Purple now trades in. Do they put them all here and expand out? Do they put them in Japan? This was key. I didn't want them over here. I think green is probably the fish now. I need some of this Asian material to get cleaned up. I bet you purple and blue are going to help me in that regard. Okay, purple playing very conservatively, protecting the head of the turtle. And having a striking position in Siberia. What does red do? Red's in a spot. They could reinforce and sacrifice this 3, but they don't really have much of a move otherwise. They already spent their match. I would not want to be red right now. But I think blue is in a worse state. By the time we get to blue, how many cards will they have? I'm guessing green doesn't match, so 8, 10, and I get the 12. Can I kill green with the 12? So this is easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's close. Red doesn't get a take. Ha! Don't think too long. Red missed their take. That's not good. Okay. Green will be holding 5 cards, assuming they get a take on their turn. Where do they put their troops? In Scandinavia. Where do they get their take? Not successful. Attack that way, attack this way. Get your take. I want your 5 cards. I think green is the fish. No! What are you doing? Yeah, it doesn't appear that green knows how to play. They also don't get their take, so they're holding 4. Alright, I need to be able to clean up a lot. I think purple blocking me from there was a good move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's very close. But 4 cards is worth it, I think, to take the risk. Yellow matches. I'll be getting the 12. So I think I put all my units in India and attack northwards to finish off green and then pick them off this way. And then match again. It seems like a pretty good move. Okay, blue matches. What does blue do? Blue maybe expands in Northam. Two wins, 0 losses. Pretty good. We're looking to give blue their first loss. Okay. They get their easy take. Alright, let's see if my plan is a successful one. I'm going to do the Asian run first. Yeah, it will be successful. Then I'll split. Yep, excellent. And I got him. Match again. And I think now I hold. I hold with a 30-point army in Greenland with an eye to kill red. And a match next turn.